just the fact that you're going to face these challenges with the conversations being closed is a bit of an issue. G'day, it's Matt here. We are back again, and we're going to continue on with one of the example projects that we're getting the ChatGPT OpenAI operator to do. And I wanted to circle back into this one and just show you that one of the things that I've found quite difficult at the moment is after a while the conversation gets closed, and this makes it really hard for you to be able to pick up bits and pieces and continue on. So it's a bit of a disappointment that that's the way that this is running. Like, you can't really even go back in to the screen shares or the browser views and access things that are in here. So if I didn't share this link inside the chat, then I need to either be able to go back and get it from somewhere else and pick things up elsewhere. So the good thing is I've got access to it through another account. But just the fact that you're going to face these challenges with the conversations being closed is a bit of an issue. So let's start a new one, and we are going to give it an objective and see how it goes with it. So we're going to continue on with the map function that we're looking at in the Google Sheets. So let's give it a little bit of a brief. Okay, so this is what we've gone with. We're giving access to the Google Sheet that we wanted to be able to provide the information into. We want to find places of interest and add these to the Google Sheet. So I probably should say find places of interest on Google Maps to be very clear. And add these to the Google Sheet. And they should be things like historic sites, street art, silo art, tourist attractions, lookouts, waterfalls, scenic spots, hikes, etc. These need to be accessible by car or by foot, but not greater than 10 kilometres off the road. There are some areas in Tasmania where you could walk for 30, 40 kilometres before you get to a location. That's not what we're looking at capturing in this particular activity here. So then what I wanted to do is to take the information from those Google Maps locations and add them to the sheet. And that'll be the shared URL, the name of the location, a 5-word maximum description, and the latitude and the longitude. So let's see how this goes. So I won't be editing or speeding this up or cutting anything out. There's nothing sensitive here that's going to be revealed. So let's just see how this handles things in real time. Okay, so we've hit our first hurdle here. So it's attempted to access the Google Sheet, but it's saying that it couldn't access it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy that share URL again. This has been created so that there is no requirement to actually sign in to Google. one of the challenges with this is that it is very, very slow to feed through your keystrokes. So be patient. The on-screen browser that you'll see here just does not respond very quickly at all. Okay. For some reason, Google doesn't want to be able to allow it to access what is an open and accessible sheet. So I'm going to log it in and we'll see how we go from there. Okay, so I can't use an anonymous account. It needs to be signed into a Google account now. Previously, it was able to access this via an anonymous account, which is fine. And I can see based on the browser that I've got this instance opened up in another section of my screen that it's showing up as anonymous alligator in here. So yeah, that's interesting. Anyhow, let's finish up. We'll give it back control. We'll go from there. So I'm going to let this get a few entries ahead. I'm going to double check the latitude, longitude in the other browser that I've got open.
Suka
So as you probably noticed in the Google Sheet, I've added a column, human notes, in column G there, and I'm just adding data to correct what the AI should be putting in there and seeing if that prompts it to come through and double check and correct these instances. You can see in column A on row 3, it's got a latitude, longitude there, name of the location, no description. It's missed the share URL, and it hasn't put the latitude, longitude in the appropriate columns yet. And at the moment it's working on row 6 and it's got a latitude, longitude there, but I have no idea what its objective was at this point in time. So we'll let it continue to run and we'll see what it does. Right, so we've hit a little bit of a roadblock here. So it says updated the spreadsheet with accurate information for the places of interest in Tasmania. Now, Tasmania is a decent sized state, and there's pretty much more than 4, maybe 5 places of interest in Tasmania. The tourism board might not be too impressed to find that the GPT operator has only found these locations. The corrected entries include the Google share link URL. Well, we can see there based on row 3 it doesn't. There's quite a lot of information that's missing. And it's given us 4 locations that we've got. So I'm going to prompt it to come back and continue, but also to consider the human notes as coaching points. So let's see what that does. Okay. So let's see how we go with that one. Please continue adding to the Google Sheets, find more locations fitting the criteria. Also, please consider the guidance in the human notes field for the row where the data may need attention due to inaccuracy and incompleteness. Let's see what this does.
Myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
All right, so we've added a couple of entries here, which we'll come back to and have a look at in a moment, because there's some inaccuracies. So I'm going to have to give it a prompt to keep it going. All right, so we've gone in and updated a few things in relation to the sheet. Hasn't fed through on this end here, so I'm going to tell the operator to refresh the page because I've provided some more instructions here. So let's see how we go with that. Okay, so you can see there that the sheets for the Port Arthur historic site on row 3, the AI has just gone and added the incorrect details back into that. So while it's doing what it's doing, I'm going to go back and I'm going to correct that to put the correct information in. I'm going to give it the instruction here just to let it know that the latitude and longitude should be those numbers. Okay, so that's fed through live there. You can see what's going on. I've corrected that record. Let's see what happens as it continues to move on. I'm going to open up that feed there so we can see what's happening live. Okay, so now it's stopped again. Updated the coordinates based on the locations, the feedback provided. That's nice, thank you. Would you like me to add more locations or make other adjustments? Okay, let's just tell it to add more locations. Let's see how we go with that prompt. Please add more locations. Do not stop unless I tell you to. We'll see how many we can get it to do for us.
find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
Okay, so we are coming up to, 40 minutes for this, fulfilling these particular objectives. You can see here that it's missed the brief. It hasn't added a share URL, and the data that it's logged is one column out of sync for everything. So it needs to nudge everything over one column and put the share URL in there. And there's also some duplicates. I've identified that there's duplicates in the case of row 17, row 6, row 15. Yeah, row 17, row 15, and row 13. So as far as it being able to accurately complete things and refer back to itself, maybe I didn't tell it not to put duplicates in there. It's possible that I didn't do that. I would have thought that it would be intuitive enough to know that duplicate entries into a spreadsheet might be unproductive. So unfortunately, I think this is another example of a use case where it's interesting but not exactly functional or productive. The amount of time that I would need to spend going back and just fact checking these things to make sure that they're correct is probably more than what it would be for me to do this myself. We've got 16 entries in here. If we take the 3 duplicates out, there's 13 entries that are in here. I'm pretty sure I could find 13 locations on Google Maps and grab that information and put the share URL in a lot quicker than what this operator has done in the span of 42 minutes. So going to wrap it up there. It's been curious, it's been interesting. Let me know what your thoughts are. What would you do differently? And we will see what other use case we can explore with this operator. Have a good one. See ya.